CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio joins us now with a look at what Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said over the weekend about China and Taiwan. Ramy, good morning. Tell us about the Secretary's comments and specifically how they're being received.
Oh, yeah. Good morning. Well, looking at what happened politically, we can say geopolitically, it is being noticed that Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth did not even name Taiwan this year. Last year, I checked out the verbate. He name-checked Taiwan 5 times. By my count, this year 0. But notably, he also said that future U.S. arms sales to Taiwan rest solely with President Trump. And remember, the U.S. historically has been Taiwan's backer to stave off Chinese aggression ever since 1979, the Taiwan Relations Act. Taiwan's former defense minister, Andrew Yang, he was at that forum in Singapore. It's called the Shangri-La Dialogue. And he sort of shrugged and he said, well, the question of U.S. support can only be answered by President Trump. He said, what can you do about it? We put together Hegseth's comments last year versus this year. Watch the most important stuff right now.
Any attempt by Communist China to conquer Taiwan by force would result in devastating consequences for the Indo-Pacific and the world. There's no reason to sugarcoat it. The threat China poses is real. There are places where we can work together with China. We respect their ambitions. We know that they have a significant military buildup. That comes with considerations we have to take as a sovereign nation to ensure that we're prepared for any possible contingency. And at the same time, our position hasn't changed on Taiwan.
Yeah, so you heard it there, the tone, quite a clear shift. First off, he said consequences for China last year, and then he's talking about cooperation with China, at least in some areas. And this shift, no surprise perhaps, comes after President Trump visited China, met Xi Jinping, the president, last month. And from that, he basically gave a couple pauses, I suppose, on U.S.-Taiwan relations. He said he was not looking to have somebody go independent on Taiwan, that he was reluctant to travel about 10,000 miles to fight a war. He also said that U.S. arms sales to Taiwan are a negotiating chip. So Hegseth potentially here taking a cue from his boss. I'll also point out that when you talk to people in Taiwan, I've reached out to people there, and you look at Taiwanese news sites, and I trolled the headlines. The major sites are actually not talking about this. They're talking about things like domestic politics, dissatisfaction with the president, Taiwan's president, Jensen Huang setting the stock market on fire, but not about Hegseth, not about China. So reaction here met with a meh, really, by a lot of people in Taiwan.
All right, we'll keep watching that closely. Ramy, thank you.